Yellowstone and Grand Tetons, these places have a way of humbling you, don't they? You drive in expecting big skies and mountains, but what you find is something almost otherworldly, something ancient, breathing and quietly alive.
It feels so good just walking in the sun, warming up. We just spent some time in the cool, rushing Montana glacial waters. Now we're just on a nice little walk. It feels good. The sun on my face is warming my soul. This place is super magical. It's crawling with wildlife. I feel like we're getting the best of it because we're staying away from super touristy spots. But yeah, good vibes, great people, super beautiful. Can't wait to get out there on the trail.
You don't have to drive far to feel like you're remote, out in the wilderness. Our journey began at the geysers. Watching Old Faithful erupt is like seeing nature take a breath. What? That is awesome! Every burst and spray reminding you that there's a deep pulse beneath your feet. There's a bit of magic here, something untamed, as if these geysers are tiny windows to the center of the earth. And then, the bison. There's a timelessness to seeing a herd roaming freely. It's easy to forget we share the world with these creatures, and here, they're not just animals, they're like a part of the landscape. Majestic, wild, and bigger than you'd expect, but also a bit clumsy, in the best possible way.
Two, one.
Come on in, Scoot. It's so fresh. This was also a trip of firsts, in a sense. This was our first time camping under the stars in the heart of Yellowstone. Living on the road means carrying your home with you. And our van is cozy, familiar, and very, very comfortable. But being here, surrounded by endless wilderness, we realized the difference between living in a van and actually living. But the real magic was when we got a visit from Connor's sister and her best friend. In van life, you get used to missing family. We're so often somewhere new, somewhere far, and that connection feels like a lifeline. Seeing them arrive was like this shot of joy, and our reunion made everything brighter.
I want your lover. I want you to see.
To the window! Because you're my wonderwall. You're my wonderwall. I believe in dreaming, shooting for the stars. Ready to be number one. Gotta raise the bar, kicking in and scratching, riding out my bed. So good. Anything it takes to climb the ladder of success. Fly away.
We went to Jenny Lake, we went to some hikes, but by far, our highlight was the hike to Delta Lake. It's totally a challenging climb, and each step you take, your muscles burn, but you get higher and higher. It is such a steep elevation incline. This is amazing. Look at this lake.
We fucking made it.
We made it.
We made it. We've been working towards this moment for 3 hours. So I'm gonna go enjoy my sandwich.
Yes. Ooh. Mac and cheese with brats.
We got
okay, Delta Lake. Check. It was a pretty easy hike most of the way, but then at the end it got really hard.
Yeah,
really hard.
Pretty damn hard.
Pretty damn
I
hard.
would say.
And now we have treats.
Yeah, we got sandwiches. We have regular sandwiches, and then we have a PB&J dessert. You guys have dessert.
Standing there, seeing the stillness of that turquoise water, you feel small, but like in a good way, like a part of something much bigger. We went horseback riding too. I should say Connor, her sister, and her friend went horseback riding. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like riding through these open fields, following trails that have probably been walked on by animals and people for like hundreds of years. Connor was telling me all about it. She said it was like stepping into the past, like you're connected to this place in a way that walking could not quite achieve. Now, I didn't go on the horseback riding trip because I wanted to just explore on my own for a bit. I went on a nice hike and found a gorgeous creek. It was like a river, and it was crystal clear. I laid on the rocks and then just took a swim by myself. It was completely magical. Oh yeah, and we swam in alpine lakes too. It was cold, really cold, but there's this invigorating feel about it. You plunge in and every thought just vanishes. You're completely present. Coulter Bay Campground has been amazing. Grand Tetons were unbelievable. Such a vibe. More surprisingly amazing than I could have even expected. This was absolutely amazing. So here's to more days on the road, more surprises, more reunions, and to all the wonder that awaits just around the next bend. Thanks for coming along on this journey, and until next time, please subscribe and join us. We really love having you.